This is the future.
What's up, YouTube and Facebook, and welcome to Not Quite Mint. Today we're doing our review show for the 18th of July. So we're going to run through our top 5 key comics this week, what we've been reading, what we've enjoyed. Should we get into it, Rich?
Yeah, let's get into it. So yeah, guys, if you are new, do make sure that you obviously subscribe, hit the little bell icon as well, because then you'll get notified when we are going live. Also, obviously you might be watching on Facebook, so do obviously like on the page, like click like as well, and you'll get notified then as well on via Facebook as well. But also thumbs up and any comments down below. Let us know what you've been reading. Let us know what you're thinking. You know, if there's something that we haven't reviewed this week but's absolutely awesome, go for it, because we do tend to stick to the Marvel and DC titles, unless there's like a real big buzz around like the indie titles. But we got this week we were spoiled. Really were spoiled for keys, good stories, good books, and it's been
quality.
Yeah, been a real tough one. I mean, that's my stack. So I was just I went a little bit mad with some of the variants as well. So whoops.
Oh well, never mind. Could be worse.
It could be a lot worse, to be fair.
Right, should we get started? Do you want to start with Nightwing?
Yeah, we can do. Obviously, Nightwing. So you've read this, haven't you, Tom?
I have indeed, mate. But I'll let you take this one.
Yeah, cool. I mean, Nightwing is tying to obviously Joker War, and to be fair, this was a pleasantly surprising issue, because we've read obviously issues 70 and 71, which sort of like introduced us into this like next sort of arc with Nightwing and all the rest of it. And this one, obviously, for a lot of people, the cover sold it, because I think issue 70 they were almost teasing then that there was going to be some kind of interaction with Punchline in the previous issues, and it didn't happen. But obviously this one you do actually get the proper appearance of Punchline, and there's also another character who's in it as well, and I wasn't expecting them to be in it, because you're expecting obviously a big fight between Nightwing and Punchline, and it doesn't necessarily end up going that way, which was a nice pleasant surprise. And the way, again, I don't want to. It's so difficult, because obviously with the whole spoilers with what's going on in the main Batman title as well. But obviously we know that Joker's this the big bad. Obviously, hence the whole Joker War thing. But you've got Punchline coming on. She makes reference to this. The fight that she had with Harley Quinn as well in this one, which was quite cool as well.
I like that throwback, to be fair.
Yeah, so you can tell that this takes place sort of immediately after, not the last issue of Batman, but the issue before that. So I think we're talking like issue 92 potentially. So it's kind of so it's cool in that respect. As I say, Joker War starts next week. Am I right, Tom?
It is, yeah. Batman 98. No.
Yeah, 90. I want to say 95. I think.
Yes, 95. Sorry, mate. I'm way ahead of myself. Yeah, 95.
No, I think it's 95 through to 100. Joker War is going to be running, I think, off the top of my head. So that's going to start next week. Sadly, I'm not here. I'm on Tom next week.
No, I'll be all alone. Just me.
But yeah, it's really good issue. And again, bearing in mind that in the main Batman title, I don't know if you felt the same. We know that Batman and Bruce Wayne and everything, they've kind of like lost everything, and in this, you kind of he's lost also quite an important ally as well. And it's as I say, I don't want to, because it plays on the whole what's been going on with Nightwing and his memories and all this type of stuff, and it's a very convincing story. It does tie in really nicely. So I can understand why there's been a renewed interest in this title recently, definitely.
Yeah, I agree, mate. I when I read it, I was really nicely surprised by the ending. I liked the twist. I liked the extra character that's in it. I didn't expect it to be in it. I didn't expect it to go the way it went. I like what they're doing with it, and like you said, the whole idea that Bruce and Batman have completely lost everything, and then this to boot was a little bit like, oh, ow, that's a bit of a kick in the teeth. But yeah, go and read it, guys. It's excellent.
Yeah, and as I say, I was, as I say, massively pleasantly surprised by the kind of the surprise guest and how the sort of like the I thought they handled the action fight scene really well as well,
Yeah,
with
agreed.
like the drawing as well, definitely, and really creepy, really clever. Definitely want to go and check out.
Excellent. Should we move on to the next one then, pal?
We shall do, mate. So yeah, so go on.
So our next pick, or number 4. Actually, we haven't got top 5 this week. We've only got top 4. So this one is obviously Venom 26 by Donny Cates and Ryan Stegman. Now, this series is just steamrolling ahead with so many like twists and turns, and this is happening and that's happening. And I find that most of the Venom comics from this series, like all the way through from issue 1 to 26, pretty much each issue has been a little standalone story on its own. So you don't necessarily have to read everything else to know what's going on, but it's interesting that he's written them that way, that each one you can pretty much pick up and read and kind of know what's going on. I really enjoyed this one. I liked how it ended, massively liked how it ended. I also liked the twist in the middle with Mr. Fantastic from the Ultimates universe, whose name I can't remember. I can't remember if it's the Fixer that he's now the Maker.
Yeah.
So I liked his twist. I thought that was ingenious, and I liked how it then developed on from that. And I'm interested to see what's going to happen in this Venom Beyond. I don't want to spoil it for anyone, but
no.
I will talk about it later on in a different video because I have a theory about how this is going to pan out. So yeah, what did you think, Rich? What did you think of this one?
Yeah, this one was really, really good, and I think it was quite interesting for me because, like, as I say, I do like to pick up the variants, and we have got, I think, this one of these variants. It's up on the screen. This is the In Hook Lee. Is that right? The retailer exclusive variant. So this is like the anticipated mystery villain. And he doesn't pop up in this one. As I say, this is definitely going to be Virus's official first appearance, and he plays a really good part, I thought. You know, he shows up unexpected, causes a bit of mayhem.
Yeah.
Kind of plays into the Maker's hands in many respects, but again, not in the way that you necessarily think, and it builds to that climax. There's some really nice moments, like quite funny moments between Eddie and Dylan as well. And to be fair, the more I talk about it, I'm like thinking I actually did enjoy this a lot more than.
I think I probably would have put this a little bit higher, but obviously the two we've got above it are one's a really heavy key, and the other one was amazing.
Yeah, it's like if you're not reading Venom. Yeah, if you're not reading Venom. It's at the moment it is really, really good. Yeah, Grey Man, good to see you, mate. But yeah, and obviously things this week is that they've been doing these stupid covers, but I kind of like bought into the hype and bought these covers, and the main reason why was because I had asked for one of the Venom on sale Wednesday covers, and that was going to be the only one that I was going to get, but they didn't receive enough of them to give them to everybody, so I just missed out basically. So I was a bit peeved by that. So I thought, well, if they're short print, I'll get these and, like, I don't know, like maybe pop them on eBay in a couple of weeks or something. I don't know.
When everyone's going crazy for them.
Yeah, but as I say, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about those weird covers. It's a bit of a thing, but that's it. It's. I think it's like a place in time. It'll be. I think if anybody's going to remember the Corona effect on comics and stuff like that, I think they could turn into be a bit of a symbol of the whole chaos that's been caused. But yeah, again, if you're not reading Venom, guys, seriously, it's the best thing that I've that I've been reading in recent times. As I say, I've been seriously, and it's the one main line other than Silver Age, Fantastic Four, that I'm actually trying to collect as well. So it's proving difficult, obviously, with number 3 being so expensive at the moment, but hopefully it'll be cheaper after Christmas.
Yeah, I agree, mate. I think Venom and the current James Tynion Batman run, and actually Thor as well. So both Donny Cates' stuff that he's going on at the moment are some of the best written comics we've got going on at the moment for Marvel and DC. There are other stuff out there in Image and Boom that are brilliant, but for me, these are my core 3 that I'm picking up. I think they're great.
Yeah, 100%, mate. I am fully invested in anything that Donny Cates is doing at the moment. Obviously, I can't wait for this King in Black thing in December as well. It's just, I mean, you've got to hope that all of this is building towards that as well. So
yeah, I mean, it's got to be, hasn't it?
Yeah, 100%, mate, 100%. So, want to move on to the next one?
Go on then, mate. You take this one.
Cool. So, this one is Death Metal Part 2. So, lovely foil cover for the standard issue. And I've sort of, because these are quite reasonably priced in fairness. And
the Capullo ones.
Yeah, so these ones, I think, are the Capullo 1 in 25. Oh, no, sorry, the Mankey. So an amazing name. These are, I think, Doug Mankey or something like that. But yeah, Capullo's doing the main covers, and he's doing the really rare 1 in 50 or 1 in 100 variants, which are like they've gone back to like doing the sketch covers and stuff. But yeah, I picked these up, and I thought, and the reason why I went and bought like the variant, the ratio variant, was basically because of what's in this issue. I felt at times this story is a little bit choppy. I don't think it was. I really liked the first issue. It seemed to like it followed on, kind of made sense, had all the payoffs that you wanted. Whereas this one, I felt like it went too deep into stuff, and I was a bit like, how is this happening? I didn't like, I didn't really understand it. So I don't know whether there's got quite a few one-shots coming out for this over the next few weeks. So I'm hoping that might fill in some of the gaps, and it's just one of those things that the comics have came out a bit out of sequence or something like that.
Yeah.
But there's some big reveals in this one, isn't there, mate? I mean, massive reveals.
You've got, well, do you want to talk about them, or do you want me to take it?
Well, yeah, you go for it, mate. I mean, it's cool. You go.
Yeah, so in this one, you get the cameo appearance of the Robin King, which is quite significant because he's going to make a huge impact going on into the next few issues. But the main thing of this is that you get the first appearance of the Darkest Knight, who I'm guessing, I mean, obviously he's going to be the big bad in this. So yeah, quite significant, those two like key points in this book. I agree with you, Rich, though. The story itself I found really choppy, and then there was obviously a big reveal of someone coming back into this who's been trying to fix the timeline, and I didn't get that. And there's also a bit where Batman is talking to Johnny Hex, and they're having a bit of this, we've tried to do this, we've tried to do that, and I didn't get it, because I don't know whether, like you said, the one-shots will explain, or whether there is something in Metal that I missed, or had arisen that I've missed, because it just seems that there's something going on that I've not quite got to grips with. Other than that, I am absolutely loving Wonder Woman in this. I think she's great. She's so badass.
Yeah, I mean, she's a really good. She's like, because there's a really good exchange in this with Batman, isn't there? And sort of like the. Again, like there's a few nice little like appearances of sort of like your classic characters. So you've got I forget their bloody name. So you've got Barry Allen as like to the Flash. Then you've got, what's his name? It's Joe something, isn't it?
The original.
Yeah.
I think that's a really good throwback. The fact that the original Justice League of Society,
that's it, Justice That's it. Is it Dr. Fate? Is he
Dr.
in it?
Fate,
Well, yeah.
There's the Green Lantern, which is Barry something. No, not Barry. Alan Scott.
Alan Scott, that's it.
And no, I cannot remember the name of the Flash. But it's got Wildcat. He's in it.
Yeah. And I just thought, I was like, you know, and that was really nice and unexpected. And it's sort of like, yeah, they're gathering like their army almost, like, you know, to fight like the sort of like the darkness. Perpetua obviously pops up, and there's obviously friction between her and this new baddie character, which is quite interesting to see that kind of like friction.
Yeah,
there you go, Jay Garrick.
The Grey Man's here. We should definitely ask him who.
I knew he'd come up trumps. And
thanks very much.
We were only talking about him the other Jay Garrick. Well, it was at the start of lockdown, wasn't it, when we did the Flash spotlight as well? So, I mean,
we need to really remember our stuff.
Yeah, that's it. But this story is like it's 100% the way that you've now got like the Blackest Night being introduced. We've got obviously Wally West, the whole thing with, you know, I don't know, what is it, like the Speed Force is dying and all of this type of stuff. It's like it's a bit of a, this is building towards something pretty massive, I think, in DC, in the DCU. So it's sort of it's exciting to see that kind of stuff happening, I think.
Yeah. Oh, mate, we've got so much potential. I think this book has got so much potential, and I think the culmination of it all, when it all comes together, and how the Marvel universe the DC universe is going to change, is going to be epic. Because if you note, there's a bit where Batman refers to 52 different universes. So, and that's, I don't know if that's a hint to the new 52 they did years ago when they rebooted everything.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think there's going to be an interesting take on this for sure when it's all said and done.
Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to see which way it goes. And then again, I think when roughly around about the time when this is going to finish, we're going to be into like the Three Jokers thing as well, aren't we? So there's so much happening. But yeah, the Robin King will be first appearance in, well, it's not going to be in Death Metal 3, is it? It's going to be in Legends of Death Metal or something like that.
Death Metal Dark Knight Legends or something. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's going to be really cool to keep an eye open for, and that's going to go over his origin and how he comes to be, how he is, and everything. But so much going on, and if you've missed it, obviously check out issue 1, because I don't want to do too. There's too much that happens in this that links to some really cool things that happen in issue 1. So again, don't want to spoil either for people, but definitely worthwhile going and checking it out.
Absolutely, mate. I would 100% agree with you on that. What should we do on number 1?
Yeah, pick of the week time.
So our pick of the week this week is Empyre issue 1, and it didn't disappoint. I have to be honest. I really thought it was well written. I think it's Al Ewing. Is it? It's Al Ewing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Al Ewing.
I thought it was well written. The story moves on very quickly. It escalates extremely quickly. The twist at the end, you don't even see coming, and you kind of like, wow. But there are hints to the twist within the book if you go back and reread it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was excellent. I really enjoyed it. I read it quite quickly, which is normally a telltale sign for me that it's one I enjoyed. If I read it really quickly, it says to me I enjoyed that book. If I don't read it really quickly and I'm struggling and flicking through pages and I'm like, when does it get to the end? That's normally a book I'd never pick up again. But this one, really enjoyed it. It was the first issue of this epic crossover event going across pretty much all Marvel titles. I thought it was absolutely incredible. I really did like it. It's definitely this week.
Yeah, in fairness, I mean, like, we didn't read the Avengers run into this, did we? I don't think. Or did you read it?
I did, yeah, but I don't think we reviewed it.
No, so I know I'd read we obviously read and reviewed last week the Fantastic Four, and both of us were like pleasantly surprised by that. So all I can say is, like, yeah, definitely coming into this, it's those sort of like, you know, issue zeros or whatever you want to call them, ran in, explained everything perfectly for this.
It kind of did that, because if you I would definitely suggest go back and read issue 0 of Venom, for sure, because the way they combine, the way that both that one and the Fantastic Four end, is where this literally picks up from both sides. And it's really cool how you've got Iron Man talking to himself in his head, and then you've got Mr. Fantastic talking to himself in his head, or their diaries, and they're just recalling what's happened. It is amazing. I really like how it's written. I do. I
I mean, there was the whole thing as well that we kind of like deft a little bit, didn't we? The whole introduction of like the Celestial Messiah as a character, but obviously having read this issue, I don't think it's I don't think it's a first appearance though, is it? Because it's but
it's a reintroduction. I think
it was a reintroduction, exactly. So like the sort of like the big twist at the end of this, it's really, really shocking, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? It's like it's not what you expect at all, and again, you can't really like talk about the detail of it without ruining.
Well, because there's a specific part of it that I want to point out that I can't point out, because if I point it out, it'll be obvious about what the twist is.
Yeah, that's it. But really good characters. You've got obviously Fantastic Four, all of them that are in it. You've got it's Valeria, isn't it? And you've got Franklin as well. They're all there. Really good dynamic. Picks up well from where the other ones have left off. You've got Hulkling as well, isn't it?
Yeah. I really like Teddy as a character, to be fair.
Yeah. But he was really cool, and then you've got like it's stuff like you've got it's Cosmic Ghost Rider. You can he was there, and then the one thing that I was going to talk to you about was because Thor's in it, isn't he? And he's in his current costume.
Yeah,
am I right in saying that? He's not in like the blue and red that you normally see him in. He's in that kind of like thing with like the Norse rune on his chest, like black and white, and I didn't know if that was, do you know what I mean? Well, if you have a look at it, you'll
find it. Oh yeah, yes, but he's in his Herald gear. So I'm wondering if this is based after Black Winter.
Yeah. So there's an interesting bit of a timeline going on here, because the other thing I was going to say, and I think the advert is
with the hammer.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah. But what I was going to say to you was with this, it's got, I do really genuinely think it might have some big significance on the stuff that we've got coming up that's obviously happening in Thor and potentially even like obviously Venom. But the reason why I say that more than anything is that with Thor and the Fantastic Four, obviously the crossover there is Galactus. Obviously he's always been a really important character in both of those sort of stories or whatever. Now in this, and I read about it the other day, there's I think it's a one shot that's coming out in August, and it's called Fantastic Four, I think, Antithesis.
It's a different Celestial, isn't it? That's it's like the opposite version of Galactus.
Exactly. So I saw that advert in this, and then because I saw Thor in his Herald uniform almost, I was like, is this actually how they're going to build into this whole King in Black event? And that you're going to get, because obviously you've got the Avengers in this, we know the Avengers are in the King in Black. Is everything going to all culminate with Null arriving on Earth just when they've sorted out all the crap that's going to crack off in this Empyre event?
Yeah, probably, mate. They'll probably all be like battered, bruised, completely left like reeling from this event, and then Null's just going to come in and be like, "Hiya, I'm going to take over. See you."
Yeah, but also, again, to blow your mind even further, because we're dealing with all the cosmic characters, cosmic Ghost Riders in this, another Donny Cates, written character. Go on further from that. We're in the cosmic realms. We've got, obviously, Guardians of the Galaxy, also written by Donny Cates. King in Black's going to be written by Donny Cates, as well as, obviously, Venom currently. I just, literally, I can't see it going any other way. Do you know what I mean? It's just a really exciting sort of time with all these new appearances and stuff like that. It's really cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm that, and I think that's why for me I've put Empyre as our pick of the week. Personally,
I would agree, mate. I think it's got so many legs, and it's obviously, like you said, there's gonna be a lot of tie-ins and tie-outs and lots of characters coming in here, there, and everywhere.
Yeah, so 100%, guys, and that's why it's our pick of the week, basically, because I think it just is coming. You can start seeing all these little threads tying together really, really well.
Yeah. Right, should we do our regular read? Do you want to do your regular read?
Yeah, I mean, I've had a bit of a slow week on in terms of reading and stuff. The only thing that I've carried on reading is Venom. We obviously did our spotlight, so I read issue 3 and issue 4, so that I could see the first appearance of Null, and then ultimately his origin of where he's came from. And then this is where I say this is why my head's alive with all this at the moment, with the the linkings with his Necrosword, the All Black, and how that obviously relates to Thor's sort of storylines. And so I'm really, really kind of excited. But yeah, on my holiday next week, when I'm not here, you can trust that I'm taking quite a few books off this back shelf to actually get to read. As I say, I'm not catching the train at the moment. So when I used to read my comics on the train, I've lost sort of 2 hours a day every day because I'm driving in at the moment. So I'm finding it difficult to tie things all together at the moment.
Yeah.
So I haven't read anything else. I haven't read any more Fantastic Four. Probably read more of that next week as well. See how many issues I can get in.
Good man.
I don't know if you. I mean, I'm reading obviously Venom, sort of the back issues of Venom and the new story. I'm finding stuff getting really mashed up in my head, really back to front.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that ever happens to you.
Oh, mate, it happens all the time. When I've been reading the old school X-Men with the new stuff, it's because it essentially contradicts itself slightly. Because obviously one's, I think Origins and characters have changed over time to fit in with modern audiences. That when you read the old school stuff, you're like, I don't think that's right. But yeah, obviously it was back in them days. And obviously, there's been so many reboots and universe smashes and re-establishments of stuff. But I agree with what you were saying earlier about this Venom run. I think this Donny Cates Venom run is absolutely incredible. I'm so glad that you're rereading it, because I read it when it first came out, each individual issue, and then I jumped off probably about issue 11 or 12.
Yeah.
So after that, I missed a chunk and had to go back and read it to get us up to date with the Venom 26, as it were. But yeah, I think it's one of the best series. I really do, and I love what he's doing with it.
Yeah, I just think it's 100% the introduction of the new characters. I mean, if anybody, I doubt anybody's not seen Virus, but this was potentially going to be his first cover appearance, but because everything went out of sync, it ended up being it's like a retailer exclusive by Greg Horn, isn't it? So and everybody's arguing about it because they're saying a retailer exclusive can't be a first cover appearance and all this rubbish. But it's a bit like this the image we've got up just here is I think it's the third printing variant cover for obviously issue 3 where Null comes in, and yeah, it's literally you know, this is the cover that is selling for, I think, is it like £400-500 raw or something?
Yeah, I was
like
going to
that?
say the raw version I saw yesterday for 500 quid. I have a confession.
Mad.
I got into my comic book boxes last night. I actually have this.
You really, yeah.
Mm.
Oh, mate. Is it bagged and boarded?
Yeah. Surprisingly, yeah.
Oh, mate, I wouldn't see if you've got that. I wouldn't even know whether to tell you to sell it now or to keep hold of it. It's
I think I'm going to slab it.
yeah. I think it's one of those. I don't think Null is going anywhere. They're doing this big event, this King in Black event. I just don't think he's going. I don't think he's disappearing at all. So I think once the King in Black event's gone, as long as they don't kill him off, you know, I will hope that the hype train jumps on something else and some of the prices. I just want the standard cover, you know, with.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not paying like 250 quid for something that was like 60-70 quid a month or so ago. That's just mad. But yeah, and again, it's a modern book. It's a modern book. That's standard first print. It's not in short supply at all. Do you know what I mean? And
no, it's just this one, isn't it? It's just this.
This one is insane. Yeah, you're just going to struggle to get this one. So yeah, mate, that's me with Venom. So what have you been reading?
So I actually went back and picked up the newest issue of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Ow, thanks, Brad. I forgot how good it was because I haven't read it whilst we're in lockdown. Because I reread it before lockdown. I read all the way up to issue 104. So I've just caught up with issue 105 and 106. And
cool.
Really enjoying it. I mean, it's a different writer this time around. You've got Sophie Campbell is writing it this time. So it's a little different spin on it. It's a little bit more focused on Jenica and the younglings. But I do like it. I like what they've done with it. The fact that, you know, Splinter's gone. The Turtles are now living in a very small part of New York City. But there's lots more mutants than just them. So they're trying to fit this community together. They're teaching people how to do kung fu and karate and, you know, be a ninja and stuff. They're helping the younglings, like the young little ones, kind of learn bits and pieces. Then there's this character on the front here called Lita, who is she's a white, kind of almost like an albino style turtle, and she's really cute, and she thinks she's really useless, and they show that she's not useless. And then Jenica says to her, you know, at the end of the day, I used to be useless. And then issue 5 ends with you seeing a future version of Lita turning up, which is incredible. And then this issue, which is the one up here, 106, is a bit more focused on her. And there's this kind of character or whatever it is that's kidnapping children. So I'm interested to see where that's going to go. But yeah, still got the charm of what it was like. It's not as gritty as it was. But I think they're trying to do a little different spin on it for different audiences. But yeah, it's good. I'm still enjoying it. Yeah, definitely would recommend picking up TMNT.
Yeah, cool. I'm looking forward to I'm looking forward to reading The Last Ronin that I think comes out next month. So
yeah,
is that an ongoing story or is it just a one-off?
I want to say it's a one-off, but I'm not entirely sure.
But yeah, there's a lot of speculation. They're trying to decide who it is, who the identity of the Last Ronin is, because it's going to be one of the turtles. But
I reckon it's going to be Mikey, mate.
Yeah, that I think that seems to be the popular vote. I mean, I'm not up to date with all of the turtles stuff myself, but it's I am really intrigued to see what is going to happen with that one, because it's again, if it is a one shot, that'll be quite nice. But if it is a bit more, if it does lead into a bit more of an ongoing thing, again, that should be pretty exciting as well. But yeah, so lots of stuff happening. It's just mental.
So many good books to read, so little time.
Way too little time, definitely. But no, that's all good, and hopefully we'll actually someday get to actually do our giveaway drawing. We'd like to get it drawn before the end of the month, and
we would. I think that's the way forward, isn't it?
We'll have to start plugging it a bit more, I think. But no, as I say, I think
of the giveaway. we are actually obviously having this giveaway, which is hashtag NQM Crate giveaway. And if you do want to be involved in the giveaway, make sure you comment in the comments bar below, not in the live comments, in the actual comments of the video. Hashtag NQM Crate giveaway, and you will be in a chance of winning 10 comics, 7 of which are random. You get our pick of the month, which is Detective Annual 3. You get our cover pick of the month, which was Incubables issue 1, which is the Matina version. And this is all going back to February, unfortunately, guys, but we've got to give it away somewhere. And then you get a sketch cover of mine, which is on issue 1 of Thor, the Donny Cates run. So again, well worth picking up. So don't forget that. And if you do want to get involved in our social media, get involved. Just here, mate.
That's it. And other than that, obviously, you just need to make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Obviously, keep smashing the thumbs up, obviously, on any of our videos, and commenting to anything that you want to tell us. We really appreciate that, and try and respond to all of our comments as well. You won't see me next week, but I will be in spirit. It will be handing over full control to Tom over there, so that's going to be
a bit messy.
Exciting for him. But yeah, guys, so thanks ever so much for watching, and I'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Well, I'm going to take over from here, and I'm going to say I'll see you all next Tuesday and Thursday, and it will just be me. But until then, stay safe, look after each other, read loads of comics, and see you.